Why are you single? It pains me to say it, infidelity. A mixture of low self-esteem and self-sabotage. Being in a relationship hasn't made me as happy as being single has. Maybe one day the right one will come along to change that. Also, I'm just an asshole. I'm not great with people. Not looking. I am too lazy. It's cheaper and easier to be single, especially when I can get to escort whenever I need to. Which is still cheaper and easier than a relationship, and it's less hassle. I rejected all 4 confessions out of panic. I still don't know to react. Why do I feel like you probably need therapy? I'm closeted in a religious family. Better to find out right away that you're not a good match, right? Instead of after getting more attached. Don't let this experience stop you. Make sure to stay open-minded with the folks you meet, and you'll soon meet someone who is open-minded and excited to welcome your whole self to their life. Because I'm a cunt. I have problems sharing my personal space and being intimate. Also low confidence and self-esteem. Relationships are exhausting tbh. I just turned 40. I'm a single father, who has had full custody of a 12-year-old autistic child for 9 years. My son is amazing. He has taught me more about life in his 12 years than most of you could possibly ever understand. I have dedicated my life to help prepare him for a world that probably will never understand him. I have tried dating a few times. I have not come across a woman who understands that my son comes first. If I have to cancel a date, I have to cancel it. It has nothing to do with you, but I have to be a dad. I'm tired of having to explain the obvious. I have accepted that my life is dedicated to my son. This goes beyond dating. I have had to say farewell to lifelong friends who fail to comprehend my choices. I love my son. He is a gift to the world. If you don't understand, and call me a bad boyfriend/friend, you can piss right the fuck off. I'm ugly and have too high standards while offering nothing. I get 0 matches on dating apps. Because I don't have a girlfriend. 'Cause I'm fuck ugly. I'm a woman who doesn't want kids. Turns out a lot of men actually do want children, they just don't want the responsibility of being the primary caregiver. I don't have any maternal instincts, and I have no interest in waking up in the middle of the night to feed a baby or change its diapers. Most men just kind of expect that they'll have kids one day. It's a pretty big deal breaker and one of the many reasons why I just choose to stay single. Got out of the relationship where I saw my girlfriend of 7 years go from being my best friend to her becoming a full-blown addict and about ruin her life. Still haven't recovered, but I know being single is better than going through that again. Makes me hate alcohol. My dad once told me, "Son, in this world you either have the looks for women to be attracted to you or become funny enough that they look past your ugliness." I got neither, so I'm in a pickle. Multiple reasons. 1. I have never been hit on. That I know of at least. I was never asked out through high school, but was once after high school, but I politely said no. That takes me to 2. I feel like I'm different. Not in a special kind of way, just different. I honest to God don't even know what I mean by that, because I don't know why. People just treat me differently. Generally people are excessively kind to me. I never get made fun of for how I dress, act, or present myself. I never get catcalled, harassed, or even just generally hit on. When I say excessively trusting and kind, I mean a man offered to train me to take over his business he built for decades the first time I met him. People just treat me differently a lot of the time, and I don't understand why. But that probably has to do with why I was never asked out. 3. I have never loved anyone. I have never wanted to get close to anyone. People told me I should date in high school for the experience, but I know what I want. I know who I am looking for. It would be unfair for me to pick out a guy and literally not want to touch him. Lol, he'd probably invite me to watch a movie and I'd sit on a different chair than him because I didn't feel comfortable. I can prove this by the fact I may or may not have panic high-fived my winter formal date, who I thought was just joining me as a friend, but good night instead of giving him a hug like I was going to. I feel so bad to this day. The sheer amount of panic. 4. I am insanely sentimental. That man is going to enter a 5-year relationship, whoever he is going to be. I have presents for him already. I have a nickname I call him since I literally never had a boyfriend. I collected hundreds of vintage Valentines to hide around the house on Valentine's Day, and have letters I wrote to him already. I can't flood that all onto someone, smiley face. 5. I'm not the prettiest pickle in the jar. I look like a kid. I look 14. People think I'm 14. If they just see me, but if I talk to them, they usually think I'm 25. I'm 19. TLDR kinda. Not special, not pretty, very sociable but not excessively. On my end, I have a good reason. On the other end, I'd say because I'm not pretty, because I'm really not, but I also think maybe it has to do with the weird way people treat me. Because the only person who ever wanted me, and not just for sex, but really wanted me as a person, lives in another country and I have racist parents. I'm not actively looking or trying. I'm content being single. Sure, I daydream and do want a girlfriend, but I just go with the flow. If it happens, it happens. I dumped my GF. Fear of failure and low self-esteem. I hate talking to strangers and even more writing with strangers. I am physically unattractive. I am not that funny. I lack the social skills. I don't speak the language of the country where I live. I have quite the annoying personality. I feel like a Mr. Potato Head, but with the worst parts possible. Because I want to be, smiley face. Because I'm ugly. Good answer. Social ineptitude paired with self-esteem issues and a general inferiority complex. Don't wanna have anyone try to deal with that, not that anyone would reach out anyway. 'Cause your mom is married. Crippling anxiety and self-loathing. Also, nobody should be forced to put up with my bullshit. It's consumed a lot of money, since it's mainly hanging out at restaurant, then there's the gas money when you will be their transport dude, and the energy for tolerating their bullshit. Good God, it's more tiring than my work, which is involved a lot of lifting heavy stuff. Most of them don't even wanna hear you talk. What? Fuck. Complaining this just makes me tired. Me already when remember the last time I hang out. Thanks op. The love of my life died when I was 19. I still miss him at 35 and haven't met anyone else who loved me as selflessly as he did. At my age, all the single men are divorced and bitter. I don't go to bars and there's nowhere to meet people. All my friends are married or living with partners, so we have nothing in common. I have my own house, car, etc. I'm tired of listening to everyone bitch about their partners non-stop, but they won't do anything about it. Why would I want to be in that emotional mess again? I like being alone in my own space with my own things. I'll never move in with another person because I'm not getting rid of my things to fit into their life. I'm done doing all the changing and never getting anything back. I'm not a man hater, I just lost all interest over the years. Because life sucks, and then we die. This line from Adventure Time, by a character called Banana Man, sums it up for me. I don't want to be alone, but I've gotten pretty good at it. To me, dating is simply a waste of time. I'm studying to become a civil engineer, searching for internships, family matters, plus I honestly find more enjoyment in that rather than having to share my life 24/7 with someone. It's hard to go out and meet new people. I just go to work then home every day. I've never said this to my friends before in fear of seeming like I'm bragging, and I'm really not, but I think I intimidate the people around me. To a point where people don't try to get to know me, because it'll scare them off or something. As a female, guys around me like small girls that they feel they can protect. And I need no protection from anyone. But I'm comfortable alone. I don't mind staying alone with my cats, less problems. Smile. Fate wills it so. Unfurls a scroll which drops to the floor and rolls beyond the horizon. Ahem, so first off, my wife left me. I pretend not to care about dating, and while being single isn't tearing me up inside, I have a fear of making connections because I'm terrified of getting hurt or hurting someone else. I have nothing to offer. To be real, I believe I'm an average guy and can get a girl if I play my cards right. That's the problem, I do not know how to play my cards right.